Hello everyone and welcome back to Versus. My name is Midnight Strike 3625 and today we're talking about the fan-voted topic, PlayStation All-Stars and Super Smash Bros. Now these are two very similar fighting games for two different consoles, for Sony and Nintendo of course. One of them originated on the N64 and is still going strong, about to release a fourth entry in the series, and one just started on Sony's PlayStation 3. And I don't know if they're going to make sequels, but maybe I'll buy them, I don't care. I'll probably either get a Wii U and get Super Smash 4, and maybe if they do Brawl on backwards compatibility, I'll get it, but I don't have a Wii at the moment. I don't really plan on getting one. So, that being said, for me, Nintendo's already at a weakness, but then again, that's just me. I'm kind of more of a Sony guy. But getting into the actual, versus, I'm going to give a little bit of background information on both topics and, then ask you what you think after giving my own opinion. So, PlayStation All-Stars, of course, was released in 2012, and over the course of the year, it was released towards the end of the year, over the course of the year, they were giving out various information and asking people who they wanted to see in the game. So most of these suggestions ranged from, Crash Bandicoot to Cloud to Sephiroth to Kratos and Nathan Drake from Uncharted, Ratchet and Clank, and and the like, Dante, Devil May Cry. But once it was released, actually, there are a lot of different characters missing, especially from the PlayStation 1 roster. Now, Super Smash Bros. Started in 1999, back when Nintendo only had a few key flagship franchises, so they really didn't have to worry about, who do we put in the game, because they only had about, 9 or 10 different series, and they were all well-known enough on their own right that all they had to do was, basically put Mario, Luigi, and Zelda, Metroid, Star Fox, they didn't even have to put Star Fox in there. It was pretty much just a bonus thing, So they had a lot of key franchises that they could just throw in there and everyone would eat it up like ice cream, which they did, and it's a good game. So with PlayStation All-Stars, however, they got into it way later in the game, so they have a lot of ground to cover here. So, they're trying to fit a lot of content in one game. Now, I don't know if this is going to be more of a downloadable game, like where they just add DLC characters, or if they're actually going to make a full-fledged sequel like Super Smash Bros. Did. Now, I hope they make a sequel, because I personally am not a fan of DLC. I am a fan of more, the more innovative nature of video gaming. So, like sequels. Most of the time. But, anyways, with Super Smash Brothers, you have, innovations in stepping stones, because each game is a milestone. Each game has more characters, has more stuff to do, has more unlockables, more trophies, and by trophies I mean actual literal, in-game awards, not like trophies for PSN, which you would get for PlayStation All-Stars, which is kind of ironic that I use that word now that I think about it. Anyways, so with that, PlayStation All-Stars is kind of, it came late in the game, like I said, so it's kind of getting a bad rep for being a ripoff or a clone of Super Smash Bros. Now, I don't necessarily think this to be true, because the main objective of Super Smash Bros. Is to knock your opponent off the platform by raising his or her percentage of damage. And once you get it past a certain percentage, it'll be easier to throw off the platform or off the map. With Sony's PlayStation All-Stars, you have to build up your own percentage in order to, I believe it's your own percentage, now that I'm thinking about it, yeah, it's your own percentage to build up a super attack. And you do this by hitting the other person, and they release orbs. So you get those orbs, and then it releases up, builds up a percentage. And once it hits, level 1, level 2, or level 3, then you can unleash a super attack, and those are the only fatal ones. So, you can either like it or not like it. I personally, one thing with the super attacks is I wish that they would have done some air attacks, because they could have done different levels, because you can only activate your super attack while you're on the ground. That's just dumb. Like, you can't just jump up and activate your super attack. It won't let you. So what they could do in the next patch or the next sequel or the next DLC or whatever they try to do is add some air attacks in. It would add a lot of variety to the gameplay, and it would, I think, it'd spruce up, make it a little bit more flavorful, and make it just overall more fun. So there is a lack of variety with some of the moves. Some of them in PlayStation All-Stars tend to look the same, especially with certain characters like Kratos and Raiden and the sword wielders. So they kind of tend to look the same. But then again, Sony has a lot of characters with same ideals, same mindsets, same like weapon styles, whereas Nintendo has a bunch of them. Like you got your plumber, you got your pocket monster, you got your anamorphic fox, and you have your basically Samus. You have a racer. You just got a lot of variety, a ton of variety with characters. Now this is in part to what Sony and Nintendo have built up to. So, like I said, I'm more of a Sony guy, but I'm gonna have to go with Super Smash Bros. On this, just because it's too early in the game to decide for PlayStation All-Stars. I do think it's a good attempt, and I do enjoy the gameplay a lot, but Super Smash Bros. Has just been with me since around 2008-ish, when I first found out about Brawl and started playing it at my friend's house. Yeah, that's pretty much it. I would go with, like I said, it's kind of odd that I would go with a Nintendo one, I know, over Sony, which is like my main company, but oh well. I would probably, like I said, Super Smash Bros. Because it builds up each game, like I said, is a stepping stone, and it's just too early. I hear everyone trying to compare these two, but until PlayStation All-Stars has a few games behind it, then we can probably compare it, and then it'll be a little bit more of an even match. So, with that, what do you guys think? Just type in the description, or in the comment section below, because you can't type in the description, obviously. I say that way too much. And thank you very much for watching. This is Midnight Strike 3625. Keep calm and rock on.